Are you tired of using a complicated software? Do you want to do tasks with a simpler environment and platform? Well, you're watching the right video. Hi, I'm Kai, and let's talk about Chrome OS. First, let's learn about how it was established and a brief history of Chrome OS. So, you're on the internet using a web browser. You know, like the address bar, bookmarks, and tabs. The thing that you're always using. Yeah, that's your web browser. If you're like me, when I'm using my computer, I usually spend my time on the internet in a browser. There's chatting, emails, news, games, videos, music, shopping, and many more, making the web browser the most important program on your computer. So, there's this guy, whose name is Google, who created the web browser Google Chrome, a web browser that's crazy fast on today's internet. It's simple and secure. I mean, when booting up a computer, it takes time to open the internet. Well, for me, if there isn't any internet, I might not even use my computer. So, when booting up, there's this list of things that a computer would do first. Stuff that cranks through them one at a time, which makes your program begin loading up slowly. Well, all of this stuff is called an operating system. Over time, it gets rusty and sluggish. Well, Google was like, bruh, if your operating system is a hassle, and all you're really using it for is to get on your web browser, maybe we don't need those things anymore. What if you press the power button, you were on the internet in seconds? What if your browser was your operating system? Well, Google is here to solve our problem. They gave birth to Chrome OS. Let's get down to business. Chrome OS is an operating system developed and owned by Google. It's based on Linux and is an open source, which means it's free to use. It is derived from the free software Chromium OS. It uses the Google Chrome web browser as its principal user interface. On July 7, 2009, Google announced the project Conceiving. It is an operating system in which both application and user data reside in the cloud. Hence, Chrome OS primarily runs web applications, and it runs on top of the Linux kernel. Requires fewer system resources than most operating systems. The first devices to use Chrome OS were released in May 2011 and were netbooks called Chromebooks. Initial Chromebook shipments from Samsung and Acer occurred in July 2011. Now, it's time for the various kinds of versions. Chrome OS has 32 versions, which are these. Each new Chrome release contains tons of improvements. I'll briefly review its features to each version. It started off with Chrome OS 57. It was released on March 7, 2017. Better late than never, Chrome OS 57 has made its way to the stable channel for most Chromebooks and Chrome OS devices. We'll go ahead to the big question out of the way. No, the Play Store did not come along for the ride, expecting the next version would hopefully release. Here is the rundown update of the version 57. Chrome OS 58. It was released on April 18, 2017. Sadly, the long and short of it is the Google Play Store and Android apps did not come along for the ride. But here are some highlights from the Chrome release update. Chrome OS 59. It was released on May 30, 2017. It quietly started making its way to millions of Chrome users worldwide. Still, only a few selected devices receive access to Android apps. Some aren't even available to the public yet. Unless you have one of the Lenovo's or the HP on the list, you likely have not received the Play Store. Chrome OS 60. It was released on July 25, 2017. Here is a rundown update of the version 60. Chrome OS 61. It was released on September 5, 2017. Here is a rundown update of the version 61. Chrome OS 62. It was released on October 17, 2017. As most updates tend to go, this one was rolled out over a couple days to most devices. Probably the most notable update, including is the fix for the staggering crack vulnerability that affects both devices and routers, giving hackers some pretty scary access to your devices and info. What else? Here is a rounded update of the version 62. Chrome OS 63. It was released on December 5, 2017. As usual, the update contains bug fixes, security fixes, and feature enhancements. Also, Samsung Chromebook Plus has received the update, which is good news for all three high-profile devices. Chrome OS 64. It was released on January 23, 2018. Here are the highlights from the Chrome OS release. Chrome OS 65. It was released on March 6, 2018. According to the Chrome release blog, Chrome OS 65 is now available and rolling out to most devices. Anyway, here are some features that includes Chrome OS 66. It was released on April 17, 2018. Here's the rounded update of the version 66. Chrome OS 67. It was released on May 29, 2018. In the midst of all it, the Chrome team decided it was time to push out the version 67. It came a healthy list of feature updates, which will be geared towards the latest and upcoming tablet and detachable Chrome devices. Here is the rundown update of the version 67. Chrome OS 68. It was released on July 24, 2018. Here is the rundown update of the version 68. Chrome OS 69. It was released on September 4, 2018. Some devices will gain access to Linux apps in the stable update to Chrome OS 69. Along with it, a list of other features and updates will be headed your way. Chrome OS 70. It was released on October 16, 2018. It comes so much anticipated UI changes that focus on the more tablet-centric user experience. Roughly around 33% of all Chrome devices have received the update. Here's a quick rundown of all the new stuff. Chrome OS 71. It was released on December 4, 2018. One of the benefits of a Chromebook user is a schedule of regular updates. Your device will always receive quietly and in the background. Also, here's all the new features. Chrome OS 72. It was released on January 29, 2019. Here's a rounded update of the version 72. Chrome OS 73. It was released on March 12, 2019. Here's a rounded update of the version 73. Chrome OS 74. It was released on April 23, 2019. Here is the rounded update of the version 74. Chrome OS 75. It was released on June 4, 2019. Unexpectedly, the launch of Chrome OS 75 was halted as rumors of multiple bugs were being reported by users. Also, there is one update to this OS, the password management. There's been a pretty solid solution with a place to store your password and deploy them when needed. Chrome OS 76. It was released on July 30, 2019. Here's a rundown update of the version 76. Chrome OS 77. It was released on September 10, 2019. Oddly enough, Google sort of made the update the keyword. Now, the assistant will soon be a common piece of ever-expanding ecosystem. Chrome OS 78. It was released on October 22, 2019. As expected, there were few more features that came along for the ride, and Google has already spotted a couple of them. Chrome OS 79. It was released on December 11, 2019. Here's a rundown update of the version 79. Chrome OS 80. It was released on February 4, 2020. Chrome OS has rolled out another incremental update. Considering the current state today, millions of students are left learning from home. The update has added the ability for family-linked child accounts to install the following extensions. Chrome OS 81. It was released on April 7, 2020. Here is a rundown update of the version 81. Chrome OS 82. It was released on May 5, 2020. The feature request is simple. The ability to view a password as it's being helpful, and is also a great feature for users with accessibility limitations. Chrome OS 83. It was released on May 19, 2020. Since Chrome OS 82 was skipped entirely, this update was shuffled around a bit, and because of the gap in releases, 83 contains a stockpile of updates and new features. Chrome OS 84. It was released on July 14, 2020. There were a handful of updates we were expecting with this release. Here's what's new in the Chrome OS 84. Chrome OS 85. It was released on August 25, 2020. With the update, you now have a 3-line space to write, and under each word is a text version of what Google thinks you wrote. Even though your handwriting is a mess, Google nails it 90% of the time. Chrome OS 86. It was released on October 6, 2020. The update has color-changing cursors, select-to-speak improvements, and much more. Chrome OS 87. It was released on November 17, 2020. Here's a rundown update of the version 87. Chrome OS 88. It was released on January 19, 2020. It is the latest. This update now supporting the ability to log in to websites using your fingerprint ID or PIN code. It will let you sign in much faster than typing a lengthy password. Whew! That was a lot of versions and updates, but it's good. It is to improve the stability of one software and to aim at making the user experience better. Now, let's deal with the Chrome OS features and pros and cons. Using Chrome OS are designed to be simple and cheap, although there are high-end models available as well. If all you want to do with a laptop is to browse the web, watch YouTube videos, play Android games, and use the same apps you do on your phone, a Chrome OS device is definitely something to consider. If you want to dive deeper into the topic, let's check out the main pros and cons of Chrome OS. Pros. It is simple. Chrome OS is all about simplicity. It is cheap. Chrome OS is an open source and free to use. Android app support. As already mentioned, Chromebooks released in the last few years all support Android apps, making them a lot more useful than they once were. Secure. Because of its simplicity, Chrome OS is a lot more secure than Windows laptops, especially since most of what you'll download will be from the Play Store. Cloud-based. That means you can access all these files and documents on other devices with an internet connection, regardless of your location. Weight. Chrome OS powered devices generally don't have a large hard drives and other high-end specs, which means they're lighter than most of other laptops, making them ideal for road warriors. Battery life. Since Chrome OS is a simple operating system and Chromebooks don't need a lot of power, battery life is generally excellent. Cons. Software compatibility. It's the biggest drawback of Chrome OS devices. You can't use full versions of Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and many other programs on Chromebooks. You can only use services that works within the browser or software in the form of Android apps. Not great for gaming. You can play games on Chromebooks, but you're limited to the titles available in the Play Store. Small storage space. Since they are cloud-based, the storage space you get on a Chromebook is generally a lot smaller than what you would expect on a Windows laptop. Instead of 500GB, expect around 64GB. Offline mode. Chrome OS devices work best when you have access to the internet. You can use them in offline mode, but the experience isn't always the best. Some apps won't work at all, while others will have a limited functionality in offline mode. I know, that was a lot of information. So, let's do a quick summary about all of this. Chrome OS was initially targeted towards netbooks. Netbooks are small notebooks designed primarily for web browsing. It has 32 versions, which every OS is updated with great features. If you're a student looking to take notes or someone that wants a fast, responsive computer with great battery life for a reasonable amount of money, then Chrome OS and Chromebooks may be worth looking into your purposes. And if you're someone whose primary focus is gaming, or you do heavy multimedia production, or you have specific apps that you need to run, and you're not too concerned with battery life or price, then other OS like Windows and Mac are way to go for you. Anyways, I would love to know what are your opinions on Chrome OS, whether you like it or not. That would be all. Enjoy your OS and don't forget to sanitize. Bye bye!